firefighters say the flames burned so strongly. Still ahead.
The people of Ukraine continuing to run as more of their country becomes a war zone. Meanwhile, their president now taking his plea for help directly to U.S. lawmakers.
Live from KSAT 12, the news at noon starts right now.
And we start with a heartbreaking end to a search for a missing woman.
Police in Hondo say that she was hit and killed by a driver in San Antonio. Jandra Walker was originally reported missing by her family. The last person to hear from her was a friend. That was back on Monday, March 7th, when her vehicle ran out of gas in San Antonio. Hondo police say that they were notified by the San Antonio Police Department of Walker's death after responding to a crash involving a pedestrian. We're working to learn more about the crash that killed Walker.
It is a bittersweet victory for San Antonio firefighters. They managed to stop an overnight house fire from spreading next door, but the home where it started on Hammond Avenue near South New Braunfels and Rigsby has been gutted. 5 people who lived there have now been displaced. And as Katrina Weber tells us, there is no word on how it all got started.
With water, it's somewhat weakened, but still refused to die. A fire that erupted inside a home in the 600 block of Hammond Avenue after 1:30 this morning kept San Antonio firefighters busy for hours.
It's very sturdily built. It was built and framed with 2x12s, so it held on to that fire for much longer.
The wood frame acted as kindling. 5 people who were inside the home when the fire started already had escaped safely. Firefighters stayed there, attacking the flames both from above and down low, struggling to get the upper hand.
And that fire's just one of those that was defeating us today.
Firefighters knew it was a losing battle when it came to saving this house, but for a while they worried that 2 of them might go up in flames. You can see just how close this is to the one next door. In the end, they did keep the fire from spreading. Still, the heat left the neighbor's home with some damage.
If you look at that house, you can see the bubbling on the walls where it was going to catch fire.
The home where the fire started is another story. Firefighters say it is damaged beyond repair and will have to be torn down. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
This noon, officers are still trying to piece together why a man shot and killed another man on the far west side. They say that shots were ringing out around midnight on Fossil Banks, that's near Schoenfeld in 1604. Investigators tell us that the victim was standing in the street. A man pulled up, started arguing with him. The man in the vehicle started shooting, hitting the victim. He died at the scene, and now police are questioning witnesses in hopes of learning more about why all this happened.
A robbery on the northwest side has police looking for a woman because they've got a lot of questions for her. Here she is on your screen. Police say this person walked into a Family Dollar store near Huebner and Babcock Roads back on January 25th. And according to officers, a worker tried to confront her after seeing that woman put items in a bag. And that's when police say the suspect attacked the victim, leaving her injured, and then took off with the items without paying. If you can help officers find this person, you have to call Crime Stoppers at 210-224-STOP.
Today, another round of what they're calling virtual peace talks between Ukrainian and Russian officials. However, in Ukraine, Moscow's troops continue to press their assault on Kyiv and other cities.
The Red Cross says the war has created, quote, nothing short of a nightmare for civilians, end quote. ABC's Ian Panel is in Kyiv, and he's got to look at what's happening on the ground in Ukraine.
This morning, the US saying it's clear Russia is now broadening its attacks, even as its war has stalled in the face of intense Ukrainian resistance. Russian missiles striking a military base near the town of Yavoriv, around 10 miles from Poland, of course a US NATO ally, killing at least 35 and wounding over 100. Now, a senior US official telling ABC News that Russia has asked China for military support, something both Russia and China have dismissed. On the ground, although Putin's army has made little significant progress on the battlefield, it has been shelling towns and villages around the capital, Kyiv. Among the civilians killed was an American journalist, Brent Renaud, who was on assignment for Time Studios. He and fellow American journalist Juan Arredondo fired on by Russian troops in their camp north of Kyiv. Today, a fourth round of peace talks is taking place via video link following optimistic comments by both sides over the weekend. Ukraine and Russia's negotiators saying progress has been made and they're moving closer to a potential compromise. But this morning, even as those talks are going on, what we're hearing is the sound of heavy bombardment and fighting to the east of the city as the Russians try to advance towards the capital. Ian Pannell, ABC News in Kyiv, Ukraine.
Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky asking the U.S. to impose more sanctions on Russia. CNN reporting that during a call, Zelensky asked President Biden for further efforts to cut Russia off from international trade, including closing off Russia's access to international waterways. He's also asking that the U.S. continue targeting the Russian elite. For his part, President Biden detailed plans to revoke Russia's favored trade status with the U.S., which Zelensky did thank him for, but he continued urging ratcheting up the economic pressure on the Kremlin.
And also this week, Zelensky will speak directly to United States Congress members. That's according to a letter sent to House and Senate members from Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. In the letter, Pelosi and Schumer reaffirmed support for Ukraine. President Zelensky is scheduled to give his virtual address to Congress on Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
Warm and breezy in San Antonio this afternoon and honestly for the remainder of the week. But a cool front tonight is going to bring a chance for storms mainly east of San Antonio. I'll have a look ahead coming up.
And Tom Brady apparently just can't stay in the house or stay away from football. He's coming back. More on his return from retirement coming up.
I knew he couldn't stay away. Spring break can be a time to get some rest, but you can also use that downtime to do some good. How you can help people in need access basic toiletries after the break. If you or your children are on spring break right now, congratulations. We're not. It's a perfect time, though, to help those in our community who need it most.
KSAT Community partnering with the United Way of San Antonio and Bexar County for their 8th annual Shoebox project. Max Massey explains the community effort and ways that you can help.
We definitely need the community's help by decorating a shoebox, filling it with those everyday toiletry items that we list on our flyer, and then you can drop it off at the United Way or the San Antonio Food Bank.
There are requests for more than 10,000 shoeboxes, and these shoeboxes will go to help local organizations. Organizations focused on a variety of people, ranging from children to veterans.
Over the years, we've seen more items on toothbrush, toothpaste, but we need those other things, that soap, that lotion, that shampoo, conditioner, feminine hygiene products, Band-Aids. Those are the things that we don't get a lot of.
Over the last 2 years, we've seen a lot of people deal with a lot of adversity. We've seen a rise in homelessness. So when you do ask for people's donations, how is it going to help students and families in our community?
It's going to help them because, again, you and I, Max, we can literally go to H-E-B, Walmart, Walgreens, and get these items, right? But there's people in our community that have to make that choice. You know, do I make sure that my child has socks on their feet, or do I make sure that they may have shampoo or toiletry items? Again, it's a very simple project, a simple gift that makes a difference across the community.
This effort continues until April 29th. In years past, the Shoebox Project has reached about 7,000 donations, but this year there are more requests, especially when it comes to our local schools.
Unfortunately, our caseworkers are there. They're seeing our students daily, and they notice the needs of these students. And so the students are able to go to those social workers in the campuses and let them know, hey, I need some deodorant. And it's something that's very, very simple to a lot of people in our community, but it does make a difference across our community as well.
If you have any questions about the program, when and where to donate, we have those answers right now. Just head to KSAT.com. Max Massey, KSAT 12 News.
Great lesson for you kids if they're on spring break right there. Helping out your community.
Yeah, you know, use this beautiful weather and this time off to do something good for our community.
Absolutely. You know what, David and Ursula, we could really use some rain, but we just don't have a great chance for rain in San Antonio in our forecast. And, you know, one of the ways we track whether or not we've had a good amount of rain is by looking at the aquifer. The aquifer is down 0.3 of a foot over the past 24 hours. And just a reminder, we are still under stage 1 water restrictions. as we see a lack of rainfall in our forecast since February 3rd. That's the last time it rained substantially in San Antonio. Now, looking at the pollen count today, 3 allergens, molds, ash, and oak. Oak season is ongoing, but so far we really haven't had any problems with that. That peaks toward the end of March. Let's take a look outside right now. Puffy cumulus clouds out there. It's 69 degrees. Guess what's really standing out? The winds. Winds are from the south-southwest at 17, gusting up to 28 miles per hour. Now those winds, they're going to stick around all week long. I'll tell you what that could mean for any kind of outdoor activities coming up in just a bit.
I have a good community activity that we could do this week. Everybody, just do a rain dance. We need it to rain.
I wish it was that simple, but you know the atmosphere is just not going to give us much. You know,
and everything's so brown. I mean, what is it
Right.
going to take for it to green up? Does it have to rain?
It definitely helps to have a lot of rainfall. We need that, but we just are not going to see that. Now, it's going to come close to San Antonio tonight. So if you live northeast of San Antonio, like let's say you live out towards Seguin or even out west, east toward Gonzales, there is a decent chance for a few thunderstorms tonight. But in San Antonio, for the most part, it'll stay dry. Let's take a look outside with live cam right now. Those puffy cumulus clouds out there. It is 69 degrees. As I mentioned before the break, the winds are really noticeable from the south-southwest at about 17 miles per hour, gusting up to about 25 to 30 miles per hour. That is allowing us to warm up pretty quickly, too. Whenever we get a southwest wind, that helps to keep us warmer. And on top of that, we've had some interesting clouds today. You know, the clouds started off north of Highway 90. If you were coming into town or out and about early this morning and you live in the northern part of Bexar County, you saw those clouds. But the southern part of Bexar County has been totally sunny. And that really reflects in the temperatures. Look at the temperature difference between the airport and Stinson, about 6 degrees, because the airport's had a little bit more cloud cover. It's even more dramatic the further north you go toward Bernie Stage Airfield, where it was cloudy for most of the morning. 10 degrees cooler. That's in Stinson and Pleasanton. And a wider view here, we notice that the winds are fairly breezy from the south, as I mentioned, gusting up to about 38 miles per hour in Pleasanton, up to 30 miles per hour in San Antonio, and 30 miles per hour in New Braunfels. Let's say you're going golfing for spring break this week. Not only are you going to be competing with the wind tomorrow, but also for most of the week, we're going to have gusty conditions. So if you left your trash can outside, both today and tomorrow, it is going to be tipped over nearby, probably because of those wind gusts of up to 25 miles per hour today. And then tomorrow, they're going to switch directions from the northwest, gusting up to 30 miles per hour. The reason for the direction switch from south to north? A cold front. But don't worry, it's not going to be that cold like it was last week. In fact, this is going to be a fairly weak, cool front. The rest of the day, though, calls for a high temperature of 80 degrees. It's going to stay breezy throughout the day today with gusts up to 25 miles per hour. Sunsets later than we're used to recently, 7:42, and temperatures will be mild tonight in the 60s. But at about 10 p.m., if you look off to the east, you may actually see a little bit of lightning from some thunder showers that will be ongoing because of this cool front here that's working its way across the panhandle of Texas. And again, just to emphasize, this front it's not bringing cold, frigid air to San Antonio. In Lubbock, behind the front, it's 60 degrees. So we're only 9 degrees warmer here in San Antonio. So not a big temperature drop, but you will notice that the humidity will be lower and it's going to stay breezy. Now, with this front up near Dallas-Fort Worth and across East Texas, that's where the risk for severe weather is. But notice that tonight, we're going to be on the tail end of things. Again, rain is unlikely in San Antonio, but the further northeast you go, like towards Seguin and up toward areas like Gonzales and Hallettsville, there is a small window of opportunity for storms between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. Now, in these areas, not concerned about severe weather, but there could be some smaller hail with this. And again, northeast of San Antonio, closer to Seguin, Gonzales, and Hallettsville. Behind that front, it's just going to be breezy and dry tomorrow with plenty of sunshine. We'll be starting off the day tomorrow in the upper 40s and near 50 degrees. degrees, so you don't have to worry about a freeze like what we saw this past weekend. And in fact, I don't see any freezes in our forecast for the extended future. So if you want to get some gardening done, it's a good time to do that. Let's zoom into the metro area. Tomorrow morning in Timberwood Park, waking up at 48 degrees, waking up at 50 in Seguin, waking up at 50 near Lackland, 48 in Castroville, and near 50 in Lake Hills. And then tomorrow, it's going to be only a couple of degrees cooler than what it is today. Today, we're expecting a high temperature of 80 degrees. Tomorrow, upper 70s is a good bet. In Stone Oak, it'll be 77. It will be a little bit warmer further south you go, so near La Soya, it should be close to 80 degrees. 75 for the high temperature in Bernie, 77 in New Braunfels, and 77 in Seguin. And again, Seguin, I would be on the lookout for a few storms late tonight, but that'll be passing. That's pretty much our only chance for rain in the forecast over the next 7 days. If you are enjoying spring break, enjoy the weather at a local splash pad or pool, because temperatures will be comfortable, a little bit on the warm side in the afternoons and cool in the mornings. Highs in the 70s and 80s. David and Ursula.
Thank you, Sarah.
So if your trash can blows one way down the street, just hang on, because tomorrow the window shift will blow right back to you, so you don't have to go get it. So that's pretty good. Hey, the Cowboys avoid paying one wide receiver, but they got to give another one a huge contract, and he's not even healthy. And the Aggies are a little upset. We'll tell you why coming up. Tom Brady is unretiring, and we'll have a lot more on that coming up in the next half hour for you. But right now, we're going to talk Cowboys. The Cowboys announced they are re-signing wide receiver Michael Gallup to a 5-year, $62.5 million deal, and it comes with a $10 million signing bonus. That's according to ESPN. And that's a pretty good deal, especially when you consider he's recovering from a torn ACL he suffered in January. That means he's going to miss all of the offseason workouts, including training camp, before returning sometime in September. The Cowboys were able to do that after trading Amari Cooper to the Cleveland Browns for a 5th-round draft pick this year and swapping 6th-round draft picks. Cooper was set to make $20 million this season and cost the Cowboys $22 million against the cap. The trade or signing Gallup can't become official until March 16th. Hey, the Spurs gave Pop his 1,336th career victory, making him the all-time winningest coach in NBA history Friday night with a win over the Jazz. They were hoping to add to that number Saturday when they hosted the Indiana Pacers in back-to-back games at the AT&T Center, but Spurs were missing several starters, so that didn't help. No DeJounte Murray, Keldon Johnson, or Jakob Poeltl, so rookie Jock Landale did not disappoint. He had a career-high 26, 7 rebounds, 2 steals off the bench. Trey Jones got the start. Almost came away with a triple-double. Missed it by just 1 point. He had 9 points, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds. Right behind Lonnie Walker, the 4th. He had 20 points, including 4 3-pointers. But Trace Halliburton had a 19-point night along with 10 assists, and the Pacers had as much as a 19-point lead in the 119-108 win Saturday night.
Pretty exhausted, to be honest with you. I was about to swear, but I'm knackered. Yeah, it was a hard-fought game. I thought that we battled with what we had, and obviously losing 2 players halfway through the game, and one of them was in the first quarter doesn't help when we're down on numbers. But I thought we fought pretty hard, and they were just kind of the aggressors in the first half, and then defensively, and me being a big part of that problem, we just weren't totally there.
Don't swear, Jock. You don't need to. One of those players he's referring to was Doug McDermott, who started the game but only played 3 minutes. He sprained his right ankle. And Dale is the first Spur rookie to score at least 25 points while shooting 80% since David Robinson did it back in 1989. It was Selection Sunday on Championship Sunday in college basketball. Texas A&M Aggies faced the Tennessee Volunteers with a chance to clinch an automatic berth to the NCAA tournament. A&M tried to rally in the second half, but they ultimately fell to the Vols 65-50 in the SEC championship game, and that left the Aggies completely out of any bracket. The top-seeded Houston men took the court yesterday, ready to face third-seeded Memphis for the AAC title. The Cougars led by 12 at halftime, fended off a second-half rally to top the Tigers 71-53. They're the American Conference champions for the 2nd straight season. And in women's hoops, the top-seeded Baylor basketball team faced Texas in the Big 12 championship game. San Antonio native Alyssa Smith scored a game-high 21, but Rory Harmon scored 20 for the Longhorns. Texas stunned the Bears to claim the title 67-58. And the UIW women's basketball team will compete in this year's NCAA tournament for the first time in program history. The Cardinals made an unprecedented run through the Southland Conference tournament and defeated Southeastern Louisiana in their first title game appearance, 56-52. It happened in overtime. The team returned to San Antonio and held a watch party for selection shows Sunday at Broadway 50/50.
It feels incredible, honestly. Like, nobody thought we would be in this position. I'm just glad we got the chance to play for a championship. You know, we got through a lot of emotions these last 4 days, so it feels good.
We've never been on a stage like that. Even like making history, winning the first game and going on playing 4 games in 4 days. Like, just the momentum, the adrenaline, it was all there, and we loved it. We wanted it again.
The Cardinals will face Howard in the play-in round of the tournament with a chance to be the 16th seed. That'll take place on Wednesday. So congratulations to them and good luck.
Yeah,
I like that.
We'll be rooting for you. The benefits of staying in shape, well documented. Now researchers have uncovered yet another reason to work out. We have details in the next half hour.
And tensions between the U.S. and Russia apparently are eased in outer space. Russian scientists are helping a U.S. astronaut get home.
The humanitarian crisis spurred by the Russian invasion of Ukraine only continues to grow. More than 2.8 million people have left the country since that war began 19 days ago. Just 19 days. That's according to the United Nations. ABC's Victor Hondo is in Poland as crowds of people continue to flee the violence in Ukraine.
We're just outside of the Ukrainian consulate here in Krakow, where now hundreds and hundreds of refugees are waiting in this line. It stretches for blocks in both directions. One woman telling me that she has been out here for 3 days trying to get a new passport for her son. The reality is this is just a fraction of those who have been forced to flee Ukraine. Not too far away from us here at the main train station in Krakow, volunteers there tell me that they're seeing about 1,200 Ukrainian refugees on average, with 2 trains coming in every hour. According to the State Border Guard Service of Ukraine, about 80 to 100,000 arrived in Krakow in 2 weeks. Warsaw has already accepted some 200,000. The mayors of both cities have basically said that they are out of room, and now organizations are stepping in, offering free train or plane tickets to other locations across Europe to help ease the burden. Over the weekend, more of those corridors providing safe passage out of Ukraine were opened. On Saturday alone, 13,000 people evacuated through them. More than 2.8 million have fled the war-torn country so far. And if this continues, a senior U.S. official telling ABC News there could be 8 to 10 million refugees, as much as 1/5 of the population. The numbers are simply staggering. Victor Hondo, ABC News, Krakow.
The ongoing tensions between the U.S. and Russia over Moscow's invasion of Ukraine does not extend to outer space. A NASA astronaut will return to Earth from the International Space Station on Russia's Soyuz spacecraft. That's according to a Russian state-run news outlet. This announcement comes after the head of Russia's space agency made numerous social media posts that appeared to threaten that Mark Vandenberg stranded in space. For its part, NASA says it has a healthy relationship with Russia's space officials and says neutral on geopolitical issues. Vandenberg, who's landed on the ISS last April, is scheduled to come back home on March 30th.
In health news, you can't argue this. The more fit you are, the less likely you may be to get Alzheimer's. That's according to a study from the Washington VA Medical Center and George Washington University. Researchers tested and tracked nearly 650,000 veterans for a decade. The ones who were the most fit had a 33% lower risk of Alzheimer's. But as fitness decreased, the risk went up. Alzheimer's, the most common type of dementia, about 6 million Americans have it, and there is no cure.
Weather, no excuse for not getting out and getting a little exercise these days.
Absolutely. Little vitamin D, too.
Yeah.
I mean, after last week when things were up and down, it's nice to have some sunshine. Hey, you may be wondering, should I get a car wash this week? Can I get a car wash this week? I'm going to give you the green light. Go for it. Get a car wash because we really don't have a significant chance for rain over the next several days, and it's going to be sunny. So that car will stay nice and shiny for a couple of days too. Now, of course, the lack of rainfall is not all good news. In fact, when we look at the drought monitor, we can see that extreme drought is starting to spread in from the south and from the west. The Winter Garden region is under an extreme drought right now. As we focus a little closer to Bexar County, you can see that severe drought for areas up in the hill country toward Bernie. Out west, we've got near Hondo extreme drought, and even some moderate drought starting to creep in to areas in Comal County and Guadalupe County as well. Now, there is a small chance for rain tonight, about a 20% chance for a passing thunder shower, especially if you live east of downtown San Antonio, closer to the Seguin area. But other than that, really, really dry in the extended forecast. Coming up, though, we are going to talk about that small chance for rain tonight and a gusty and very spring-like forecast for the last technical week of winter. David and Ursula.
So winter is going to be over.
Well, we can only hope. Thanks, Sarah. The trial of 4 men accused of plotting to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer in 2020 has been delayed because of a case of COVID. A federal judge delayed the trial until at least Thursday after an essential trial participant tested positive for COVID over the weekend. The trial started with opening statements last Wednesday, followed by 2 days of testimony. The trial is expected to last up to 6 weeks. If convicted of kidnapping conspiracy, the 4 defendants could get up to life in prison.
Now to the urgent search underway for a gunman who police say is targeting homeless people in the Washington, D.C. and the New York City areas. Investors believe it's the same man who's behind 5 shootings, and 2 of them were fatal.
This as the NYPD also searches for another suspect wanted for stabbing 2 workers at one of New York City's most famous museums. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
An urgent manhunt underway for this man who police say shot 2 homeless people over the weekend in New York City, killing one of them. Surveillance video shows the suspect approach a man sleeping on a Manhattan sidewalk, nudging him with his foot before opening fire.
Video is chilling to see a cold-blooded act of murder.
Using ballistic evidence, police linking the same gunman to 3 more shootings in the Washington, D.C. area earlier this month. One of those also fatal. Investigators believe the victims were randomly targeted. This after another senseless attack over the weekend at New York City's famed Museum of Modern Art. Surveillance video shows the suspect, identified by police as 60-year-old Gary Cabana, jumping over the museum's front desk and stabbing 2 employees after being denied entrance. The chaos unfolding in front of museum goers who were rushed out of the museum.
I know everybody's scared. Wait a minute. Wait. Just wait.
Investigators say the suspect's membership had been revoked the day before due to previous disorderly conduct. He's still on the run.
In New York City, NYPD data shows major felonies are up 47% compared to the same time last year, and nationwide murders were up 44% in 2021 compared to 2019, according to the Council on Criminal Justice. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
2 Tom Holland movies, A Dark Knight and a K-pop group, dominated the weekend box office. Estimates for the top 5 films next.
And Tom Brady changing his mind about retirement again, while he's stepping back onto the field, coming up after the break. Now to the major announcement from Tom Brady that shocked the sports world yesterday. Just 40 days after retiring from the NFL, says he's coming back to the gridiron and has, quote, unfinished business. ABC's TJ Holmes has more.
If you retire now, you're going to be walking on soft sand in a week.
Sand is apparently overrated. Just 40 days of retirement, and Tom Brady has announced he's coming back.
Brady looking the other way. Brady going deep down the right sideline for Evans. He makes the catch.
The 7-time Super Bowl champion posted on social media, "These past 2 months, I have realized my place is still on the field and not in the stands," adding, "I'm coming back for my 23rd season in Tampa. We have unfinished business." Fans thrilled.
We think it's great for Tampa and it's good for our area, so thanks for coming back. We appreciate it.
I love you, Tom Brady.
Just yesterday, the 44-year-old was chatting it up with another sports icon, soccer superstar Cristiano Ronaldo.
I think maybe he shared some advice so that he has a few more years left in the tank, so we'll see what happens.
I'd love to say that I was shocked, but just understanding the fact that the Bucs themselves sort of knew in the last few weeks that Tom Brady wasn't exactly fully committed to retirement, that there was some willingness to believe that ultimately Brady would come back.
Last season, Brady was caught up in questions and confusion about his pending retirement.
There's no retirement until he says the word.
With his official announcement back in January, the sports world celebrated him as the greatest to ever play the game. But even after his career seemed to be over, Brady opened the door to playing almost right after his retirement announcement during one of his podcast episodes.
You know, you never say never.
And just this weekend, what was labeled as Brady's final touchdown ball against the Rams sold for more than $500,000. Uh-oh. It seems that the buyer jumped the gun, bidding on the ball just hours before Brady announced he'd be throwing more touchdown passes next season.
It does feel a little bit surprising from the standpoint that Brady is always so methodical about his decision-making, always so decisive. And in this case, ultimately just felt like he wasn't done yet. And maybe he was premature by ultimately thinking he was.
Now, with the GOAT coming back to the field, a question our Strahan asked him back in 2021 still stands.
What more do you have to prove? I don't think proving it for me is the motivation. Like, I still want to play. You know, I got like a little sickness in me that just wants to throw a freaking spiral, you know what I mean? Also about football, once you stop, you can't go back and do it. I got some more football in me, not a lot, and I know that, but what I got left, I'm gonna give everything I got.
Huh, interesting.
One more Super Bowl, I say.
$518,000 for a ball.
That guy's probably so upset.
How much money do you think he lost?
I hope they give him a discount.
Hey, if he can afford a $500,000 football,
yeah,
I'm sure he's okay.
You think he's got one more Super Bowl in him?
Oh,
maybe.
yeah.
Maybe.
We'll have fun watching him do it.
Yes, we will.
Okay.
We need some rain. The aquifer is down 0.3 of a foot. Just a reminder, under stage 1 water restrictions, if you're a SAWS customer, you can only water once with an irrigation or sprinkler system according to your address. And all that information is on KSAT.com. In the pollen count, we've got 3 allergens: molds, ash, and oak. Hey, take a look at that oak number. It's pretty low. But oak season, it's just getting started. It usually peaks in early April, and I'm sure a lot of you are seeing a lot of those oak leaves on the ground in your lawns and stuff as that new growth comes in. We're going to be seeing oak go up here within the next couple of weeks for sure. Coming up in the forecast, we're going to talk about a very small chance for rain in San Antonio and just east of San Antonio tonight, and a very spring-like forecast for the remainder of the week.
Okay, we need green grass. Mm-hmm. We need flowers blooming.
Yes.
Oh, these are all things that we associate with the start of spring.
Hey, I've heard some birds chirping.
You know, I did too. I actually heard those some birds that I really haven't heard since last fall. They're back.
Well, one sign of spring is the oak leaves falling from the trees. You know,
not so great.
Not great because it creates a little extra lawn work, and before you know it, we're going to have the new growth on those oak leaves and end up with the catkins or pretty much the pollen
pods. Oh, we love
those. Yeah, the pollen pods on those oak trees. So again, that peaks in early April, so keep that in mind usually. Outside right now, we are dealing with plenty of sunshine. A few puffy cumulus clouds out there. It is nearly 70 degrees at the airport. And it's something else you've noticed if you spent any time outdoors today is how breezy it is. Winds are from the south-southwest, gusting up to 25 to 30 miles per hour. That's not going to let up all week long. We're going to continue to have breezy conditions. Now, the direction of the wind will change. Tomorrow, it'll be coming out of the north as we see a front moving through tonight. And as I say the word cold front, you may be worried, oh my gosh, it's going to get cold again. We're going to have a freeze again. Thankfully, no, we're not going to have a freeze again, and temperature should only drop by a few degrees tomorrow. It's a cold front only by name. All right, in the satellite picture, you can see those puffy cumulus clouds developing around San Antonio right now. 75 in Castroville, 75 at Stinson. It is much warmer in Stinson than it is in San Antonio. That's because early this morning in the northern half of Bexar County and up into the hill country, we had complete cloud cover, as you can see. but that has given way to sunshine, and it's getting close to 70 degrees in Kerrville too this afternoon, and 73 in New Braunfels. As I've mentioned, those winds are gusting from the south at about 25 to 30 miles per hour, bringing in some Gulf moisture and keeping things breezy. Those winds not going to be letting up all that much. It's going to stay breezy this afternoon with gusts up to 25 miles per hour, 80 degrees for the high temperature. Hard to believe that yesterday morning our lows were in the 20s and 30s. This is springtime. And the sun's going to set an hour later than we're used to at 7:42 tonight. As it does so, it's going to be a fairly mild evening. Temperatures will only be in the 60s. But if you stay up past 10 p.m. and live in San Antonio, you look to the east, you may actually see a few lightning strikes because there is a chance for some rain east of San Antonio tonight, with a very slim possibility that those in eastern San Antonio could get some isolated showers too. All right, there's our cold front. Only by name, up in the Panhandle, and you can even see behind it there's some light rain, and temperatures are not all that much cooler behind the front, only by about 10 degrees. And again, 5 degrees, 10 degrees cooler is what we can expect tomorrow for our high temperature. In the high-res futurecast, this front is going to produce some storminess across North Texas and East Texas. We are going to be on the tail end of this system, so that's why I think areas like Seguin and further up I-10 toward Gonzales and even Hallettsville have a decent chance for a quick passing thunderstorm from about 10 p.m. to about 1 a.m. And there is an off chance that this could reach into areas like Schertz and Selma and areas northeast of San Antonio, but the chance for rain only 20%. That'll be pushing south, and then behind this front, it's going to be breezy and dry for the remainder of the week. Rain chances very low tonight, 20%. Otherwise, it's going to stay dry. And tomorrow morning, we'll be waking up in the upper 40s, low 50s, so you do not have to worry about a freeze overnight. If you want to start working on your garden, things should be just fine. In fact, no freeze expected over the next several days. 48 in New Braunfels tomorrow morning, 50 in Helotes, 48 in Bernie, 48 in Castroville, 50 in Lavernia. And tomorrow, it's going to be a comfortable day. Temperatures a couple of degrees cooler than today, but generally upper 70s is a good bet. 77 in Leon Springs, 78 Stone Oak, 77 Timberwood Park, nearer to 80 degrees in Elmendorf, Losoya, and Lavernia. So a beautiful spring-like forecast for us, lacking significant rainfall, so unfortunately that drought is likely to expand. Again, March is usually a good month for us rain-wise. Not been seeing all that much, and not much in the forecast over the next several days.
Thanks, Sarah.
A K-pop group is taking on another challenge after dominating the music charts. They're now hoping to compete at the box office. How their new film fared this weekend.
The Batman cruising to a second straight weekend title. $66 million gave the Cape Crusader a 10-day domestic total of $238.5 million. Uncharted stayed in second place. $9.3 million gave the video game adaptation $130 million in the domestic box office. And the one-night live theatrical event BTS, Permission to Dance on Stage, Seoul, racked up $6.8 million, and it took third place. Channing Tatum and Dog chewed up $5.3 million. They came in at fourth place. And Spider-Man No Way Home took fifth place with $4.1 million.
A dad's disco dreams are coming true thanks to his son.
As CNN's Jeannie Mose reports, the son found a song that his dad had recorded, and TikTok did the rest.
An Arizona teenager is having a ball, a disco ball, discovering his disco dad, aspiring musician Zach Montana, got in his dad's truck and a CD came on.
What the? It's so good! It's disco, but it's so good!
And then he heard a familiar voice. Zach's dad used to tour with the band Boston, but this song was news to his son.
Oh my God! And he never released it! I'm so mad at him!
So Zach released it on TikTok, and father and son ended up on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Why do you have a CD player in your car, by the way? Because I'm old.
70 years old, but William Curly Smith wasn't too old to perform Surrender to Me. Performed it with his son and newly formed group, Fire City Funk. Fans raved online. That's a banger, and begged, please release this. Back in the late 70s, Smith said he couldn't get a record deal.
So I just put it on a shelf for 43 years, and every now and then I would listen to it and go, hey, that was pretty good.
So good, it's now on Spotify, streamed over 1 million times. No one's feeling it more than his son. Disco Dad has circled back from the 70s. Oh, we surrender all right. Jeannie Mose, CNN. New York.
Nothing wrong with a little disco.
I didn't, that was my first album, was the Boston album.
Was it Boston?
Boston.
That's good stuff.
They didn't do disco.
They didn't do. That goes right along with the Bee Gees and
Yeah.
all that good stuff.
Oh, we're talking Mike's era.
You too, Ursula.
Oh, he's always bopping around. You're always singing that stuff. All right, you ready to kick off spring break? Hey, round 2 with some great comfort food. We've got Executive Chef Nels Christensen from I Declare here. And what's Mike doing right now?
Oh, he's breading our Ida's fried chicken, getting it ready to go in the fryer. Double dip, right? You gotta do it in the flour, then the liquid. The dredge is a dry, wet, dry. Shake it off a little bit and add it to the nice hot oil.
And you said the perfect thing to do is don't do it too hot, just maybe a little bit lower temperature to fry.
Yeah, you want to start with a nice hot oil. You drop the chicken in there, it's going to bring it down, and then just keep it around 290, 300, and it'll come out perfect.
All right. We're going to show you that and some incredible mac and cheese.
Yes, indeed. All right, where to go on spring break? How about, speaking about going back to our younger years, the rollercade. Jen is going to be taking us there. Oh, I can see it now. Get your little disco shoes on, right, Fiona?
All right, are you ready for some incredible donuts? Oh yes, Ruben Montemayor, of course, with Duck Donuts is here. And what are we looking at? Because these are limited time donuts, right?
This is our Lucky Duck assortment. It goes till March 17th. We got some Lucky Charms, we got some bacon, we got drizzles of hot fudge.
Look at that.
Donut sandwiches. More coming up on SA Live.
And just a reminder that there will be some storms east of San Antonio, but you could hear some rumbles of thunder as close as San Antonio as the Schertz and Selma area. We'll be looking at a beautiful forecast for the remainder of the week. Cool mornings, comfortable afternoons. Highs will even top off in the mid-80s by Thursday. Another weak cool front moves through on Friday. Keeps things breezy. Wind gusts are going to happen up to about 30 miles per hour every single day here this week. So if you're playing golf, your golf game's going to maybe be impacted by that a little bit this spring break.
Thank you, Sarah.
So the good news, Mike was using his hands to make that stuff. He didn't have a mixer that he could
throw plastic items that disintegrated in the flour. Yeah, it's a start, but I'm nervous about him around that hot grease.
Well, that's true. So we'll see what happens.
Anything can happen.
Yep. SA Live starts right
now.
Celebrate San Antonio. Coming to you live from historic Market Square. This is SA Live.
Oh, look at those donuts.
Woohoo! Yes, hello.
Delivered by Kasky himself.
Oh my gosh.
Adam,
Kasky, you really shouldn't. Hello and happy Monday. We'll expect to see lots of green this week. We can tell you where you can munch on Irish-themed donuts.
Which then raises the question, because, who doesn't love a donut? But you've got, filled donuts, you've got cake donuts, you've got yeast donuts. What's your favorite?
Cake.
Yeah, cake donuts.
All right, so that is our question of the day. You got to let us know what's better, glazed, filled, or cake donuts at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter. And we'll see if you guys agree with us or if we're on our own island. All right, so if you want to kick off spring break, round 2 with some great food, we know the spot. Our first guest is bringing classic Southern comfort food with a twist to the Alamo City.
Yep, and Executive Chef Nels Christensen from I Declare is here to show us why spring break starts way down south. First of all, favorite donut?
Ooh, I'm gonna say chocolate cake donut with a cup of coffee.
Yes.
Cake.
Oh, chocolate
There
cake
we
donuts
go.
are great. Yes, indeed. So.
You're on our island. All right. So what are we making here?
We're making Ida's chicken. We're starting off with our dredge right here. He's gonna go dry, wet, dry. Our seasoned flour into buttermilk, back into seasoned flour, and then into some nice hot oil. And it's gonna fry up nice and crispy after about 16 minutes.
So what makes this dish different? What sets it apart?
What sets us aside a little bit is we have a nice Tabasco lemon brine that the chicken goes into first. Pushes a lot of flavor into it, keeps it really nice and juicy. And then our dredge as well is really seasoned up. Salt, pepper, paprika. There's some garlic in there as well. Kind of put some spice to it.
And you said doing the double dredge gives it a nice. How'd you call it?
I like to say it gives a nice shag look to it.
Shag look to
yeah.
it. So, okay.
Okay.
Which
All right.
will then look like that through the magic of television. So this is going to cook for a little bit here, but we also have the side dish.
Let's talk mac and cheese.
Yeah, so this is our mac and cheese. We start out with a jalapeno cheddar sausage, just kind of brown it up a little bit. We add in our nice creamy mac and cheese sauce and Shell's pasta. Just bring it to the perfect consistency so it's nice and creamy, which is probably the most important part.
So of course it's got to be creamy, and when someone orders this, it's made right then, right?
Yeah, we make it pretty much to order so that we can keep control of it. We don't scoop and serve anything, so it is done to order.
And the secret to any good pasta is it's got to be just al dente, right?
It's got to be al dente.
Too, like overcooked and mushy and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's got to hold up.
What kind of cheeses are in there?
We have cheddar cheese, American cheese. There's also some celery seed in there and pimento peppers.
Okay. So to make the good mac and cheese, you can't just do cheese. You got to have all the little accoutrement with it too,
absolutely.
Right? All right, load that baby up there. So how would you, besides good Southern cooking, you've got just about everything on the menu. So it's not just Southern. How would you describe it all?
Well, Ida's story was that she left home at a young age and kind of traveled the globe collecting just spices and ingredients from all over. She brought them home and she kind of just twisted them into her own style of Southern food.
Ooh, that sounds so good.
Yeah, let's put some of the Asiago cheese right on top, and then we have some buttered breadcrumbs as well.
Ooh. Does that go back in the oven or just stay on like that?
It goes on like that.
Oh my gosh, that looks
I have
amazing.
to grab a fork over here.
He'll be back.
Keep doing that up,
momentarily.
Fiona.
All right, there we go. Oops.
No problem.
And then now we're going to finish off with.
This is a little fresh salad on the side. We do cucumbers and apples, little feta cheese, pickled red onions.
Okay.
It's dressed with a sorghum vinaigrette, so just put a little bit in there, dress it up. That's perfect.
Okay.
Can I eat the macaroni and cheese like this?
Oh, you can.
Okay.
And then there's some tongs right there for you.
There it is. Thank you.
Yeah. Toss that up and just set that right next to that fried chicken, and you've done it.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Coming this way.
That is so good.
Which one? What did you just try?
The mac and cheese.
Oh my gosh, I want to try that. Okay.
What would be your favorite thing on the menu?
Ooh, I like our black and red fish with the crawfish cream sauce. That's probably my favorite dish on the menu.
Crawfish cream sauce?
Yes, we have crawfish, just kind of brought up in a really rich, delicious white wine butter sauce, and then it's just kind of laid over the top of that blackened fish. It's pretty wonderful.
Okay.
Right. And for Women's History Month, you guys have something special on the menu, right?
We're doing specialty cocktails for Women's History Month, and we have a new one each week for the month. And we're just kind of highlighting, famous women in history that made their mark, and they kind of just the bartenders picked them out and made them their own.
And then also something special coming up specifically on Sunday too. A little
we have a kind of a cool little project we did. We put together a women's market, and it's local women that own their own businesses, and they're going to come in and showcase their products on Sunday at Ida Claire. In a little market.
And of course, right over there, Jones Maltzberger, Bassie, right kind of tucked in with the quarry
nestled in the quarry.
Right in there.
So if you wanted to wash it down, what's something good to pair with this?
Ooh, fried chicken always goes good with a nice glass of bubbles, cold beer, or, I recommend one of Paige's cocktails. It's a gin cocktail that we do called the Tea Time.
Ooh. Well, guess what? We're going to be making that coming up here a little bit later on. And by the way, we understand that you can spin anything on your finger.
Really?
I wouldn't say anything, but quite a bit of stuff. They're putting me to the test here. Let's see. Get one of these menus going.
Okay.
Get them up in the air.
How about our SA Live sign?
Oh my gosh!
Get a little toss. Ooh, SA Live sign. Oh, it's not very heavy, but this is one of the things I might break at the restaurant.
That's okay. It's not important.
Now we got this going.
How about Paige's computer?
I need something else.
What about a laptop?
Bring me that computer, Paige.
Oh my goodness.
It's a company computer, hopefully. So there we go.
Well, she'll get one.
Well, I'm glad we have drinks on the show. I might need one after this.
So,
what?
And then this one's gonna go way up. Just kidding. Not doing it.
If you'd like more information on I Declared Up, thank you very much. The chicken is delicious. Head on over to SALive.com, click on the As Seen on SA Live tab, or just scan that QR code at the bottom of the screen. And of course, we're making cocktails coming up a little bit later on.
All right. Well, if you're looking to roll into spring break round 2 with some indoors fun, why not do it at a San Antonio landmark that's all about skating?
One of the funnest places that you can go to. The rollercade's been in operation since the 1950s, passing down generations of good times at the rink, and this includes the thumping music, the bruised knees, the falling, everything else. Jen Tobias-Strusky, who's on spring break, went there.
Looking for a fun place that's air conditioned to take the kids this summer? We have just the place, the Rollercade. Lots of history here. I have Vincent joining me now to tell me more, and I'm slowly moving. Bear with me. I haven't skated in 20 years, Vincent. So tell me about this place, the history.
Well, this place was started in 1959. It's been serving San Antonio for 61 years. We've had so many generations of kids, and it's family fun.
Yes.
Like, where else can you go with your family that has this atmosphere where you can dance, you can skate, you can play.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
All of the above. I'm gonna fall. I miss my 13-year-old self. I used to be good, I promise.
Okay. So we're gonna see if you can rock your feet.
Okay. Oh yeah. I can feel the burn.
Yep, it's a better beat for it.
Wait, oh. I'm gonna fall. So this place must mean a lot to your family then, and then to see all these different generations. Like, we have this team around us practicing, but this is something you can do any age, really, right?
That's right. Yeah, I have students that range anywhere from the 10 on up to in the 70s, actually. I've got 2 students in their 70s.
I bet they can skate better than me.
In the 80s, there was a transformation, which then, that's when it got the way it looks now, with the purple and all the colors and the vibrant, the mirrors, all of the, and then it's just been evolving slowly. We keep adding lights, and we've added a few more mirror balls. There used to only be 1 there. Then went to the 3, and now we've got we just keep adding new things, and that's part of the fun of it.
I used to go fast in circles, and a history here too, though, that remains, right, in San Antonio.
Absolutely.
So, historic place to come, and
it is.
Maybe, like you said, get a new generation started.
That's right.
I can do this. So what can people experience here? And they come out, they can just pop in and pay to skate. There's also birthday parties. What else can people do here?
Birthday parties. We have private parties. So private parties have been a great way for people to come and have the place to themselves for an hour and 45 minutes. We also have public sessions, and we're open every day except Monday for session.
And your hours?
Hours, we have a range of hours. Tuesday is our bargain day. That's going to be from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And that's $3 admission, $4 skate rental. So you could skate for 12 hours for $7.
What?
So that's probably one of the best values. From there, we've got our adult night on Wednesday night. That's from 7:30 to 10:30. That's for the grown folks. We come out and we skate, we roll, we dance, and it's a lot of fun. And of course, we're open during the days, and Friday and Saturday night. Sunday is our family day, and we're open from 2 to 8. And that's where you come, and if you pay for a child's admission, the parent gets to skate free. So we have a lot of options. A lot of options for a lot of different folks.
Still ahead on SA Live, a local restaurant has a one-of-a-kind way to celebrate great women in history. And you can show your support and enjoy a tasty treat.
But first, everything's going green this week, where you can grab these colorful donuts for a few more days and how you can customize them just the way you like it. That's next on SA Live.